If I can give you guys some window. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. So I'm driving. I gotta go somewhere real quick. And it's raining. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry. I had to shut my Wi-Fi off. I had to shut my Wi-Fi off. So, I'm so sorry. I want to talk about the new moon in Sag real quick because I want to prepare you guys for that a little bit. I also want to let you know you're probably already feeling the Sagittarius energy because it's already in Mercury, okay? You're probably not feeling the highs of Sagittarius because it's ruled by Mercury, and you got to remember that Mercury's the underground, okay? It's the illusion, confusion, it's the subconscious, it's all that fun stuff. So if you're kind of like down in the dumps type thing, like, you know, it's just the energy right now. You're gonna come out of that soon, and then you'll probably go into like a more fiery aspect of it. It's also ruled by Jupiter, okay? Jupiter rules Sag. Jupiter is a very spiritual planet. It's like the head honcho, okay? It's like the emperor, and it's funny because I've told you guys this before. I watch two particular people, and I happened to catch her last night on something, and I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Like, this is what I was gonna talk about today. And it's almost like my exact words. Like, we're so connected somehow. It's silly, okay? So it's like, it's not frustrating, but it's like, oh, it might sound familiar, you know what I mean? So now I gotta reword certain stuff that I didn't plan on rewording, okay? So that's a little awkward. But it's also, Jupiter is, you know, likes to give gifts. So, but here's the deal. I think people think they can just sit around and expect these gifts to just come to them. And it doesn't work that way, okay? You have to partake in order to get what it is you want. I will tell you, Jupiter's about learning too. Jupiter loves to learn. Sag loves to learn. If you're taking any online classes or looking into anything or considering opening a business, anything like that you look into within the next few weeks, you're going to be more intrigued. Your brain will be like a sponge, especially if you're into what it is you're studying, okay? You will kind of feel like center stage type energy. If you're not comfortable with that, try to get comfortable with that. I also will tell you, I know I'm jumping all over the place, guys, that's what I do, but with a lot of readers that you guys watch, we're all going to be shifting, changing energy. I've actually, your blinker's on, buddy, you're not even turning. It's going to be a little bit of a switch up. I don't know if you noticed it yet. I know I wanted to come on starting next week, tell you about my new platform. I might possibly do that, or I might wait until the new moon, okay, because of where my other planets are positioned, okay? I'm a little superstitious. And I know time, but like I said, I'm a little superstitious, and It might, I might, okay, we'll figure that out. But just be practical. So you're gonna start noticing your readers. It's a very spiritual time for us too, and Jupiter will really put us, because I really feel like it's important to prep you, especially if you've been thinking about doing something. Start taking the initiative to get it done, okay? To start looking into it, start studying. Even if you don't take like an online course, buy a couple books that, go into Barnes & Noble or go into wherever you go to get your books, and something that just kind of like sparks or piques your interest. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm telling you, it's like a sponge right now. I also want to let you guys know that even the reads are shifting, okay? A couple people like, oh, that's not my story. Yeah, no, it's still your story, okay? It's just the energy is shifting. If it's not your story and you think it's not your story and I'm not reading your story no more, then that's on you. Then that's on you. It smells like somebody just blew a candle out. That's weird. But the energy is shifting, and just so I can remind you, okay, it's almost like you're gonna start getting confronted, okay, and it's gonna come into play, and it's still, it's going to be a mysterious energy still, guys, even though it's Venus, because again, ruled by Mercury, okay? Mercury's the underground, so it's like these secrets, some of these secrets are going to come out, but they're not going to come out to the fullest. It's going to take some time. It might have to do with trust. I don't know you guys' scenario necessarily, but I will tell you, with it being the King of Wands, it's like, they tend to, they take action, but they don't always follow through. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're still in a tricky scenario. It's like with the Seven of Swords and certain stuff coming out, it's like there's a little deception, a little self-sabotage. I don't think there's any ill intent, like I've said before, in certain circumstances, but you're definitely not going to get the whole truth. So I don't know how you feel about necessarily going with the flow with that one. That's completely on you. Take it slow, especially with this energy. We're coming to the end of Venus. Well, it doesn't really wrap up to the 6th, okay? So I will tell you, if you're in icky, murky energy, like I said, do your best to get out of that. And it's like a triple whammy, because you're dealing with, Mercury already being in Sag, Scorpio's here. You're working with dark energy anyway, but the beauty of it is you can literally come out on top if you handle what needs to be handled in a very practical manner, okay? You might tend to be a little more frustrated in the month of November, because especially if you haven't cleared out karma, it's, it talks about foundations too. It's the number 4. It's the month of the 4. I believe it's the month of the 4. Yeah, it is. So you might feel, in numerology, guys, you might feel a little frustrated when it comes to stuff. Just take a practical approach on things. If you don't like being in the center of attention, get used to it, okay? There's a couple other things I jumped out. Oh, look at the duckies. Oh, your little baby's getting all wet. I'm not used to seeing ducks on the side of the road. Maybe geese, but not ducks. So just really go with the flow, absorb what needs to be absorbed in a practical manner. Like I said, start studying, start researching, start partaking, start working with Sag, work with Jupiter. There's no way around it. It's a beautiful energy. I love when Jupiter comes around, especially with all my planets lining up towards the end of November, is fabulous. What else? What else? If you're thinking about committing, just a lot of this energy, a lot of people think that they need to sacrifice certain things. Don't ever sacrifice or devalue yourself like that, okay? I think a lot of people will be like, oh, well, the universe really wants me to do this, and you know, the cards are saying that. You know, take everything with a grain of salt, what you're resonating with, and do what you feel is best. Be careful with signing contracts the next few weeks. Wait until we're out of the certain energy, and then we'll be in great energy for that. Hold on, what was I gonna say? Just with any type of relationship, if you're in a relationship right now and it's rough, it's rough, it's because you're dealing with the energy of the underworld, okay, which is all good. You just have to know how to maneuver through it and go through your transitions and accept them instead of fight it, okay? Don't feel defeated, push through. This is not the energy to feel defeated in. Once you come clean, if you need to come clean, you're gonna feel like $1,000,000. What else was there? Oh, if you're in the relationship and you're having a hard time, don't forget you're just the energy, okay? You will come out of it. But don't think for 1 second because you swept something under the rug that it's not gonna come back around eventually, okay? It most definitely will come back around and bite you in the ass if you don't nip it in the butt, okay? I know so many people are just like to tuck things under the rug because they don't solve problems, they don't solve arguments, they don't solve certain stuff, and they let it go because of energy or because of your scenario, or the kids had baseball practice, you know what I'm saying? We'll talk about it. Or, you know, next thing you know, your girlfriend's been having a couple drinks, or your boyfriend, and you know, you're back in the bed and you let bygones be bygones. So when I say bygones be bygones, don't ever let your bygones be bygones like that, because that's not practical. Okay, because I'd say in another 6 to 8 weeks, you're going to be forced in the situation again where you're going to have to handle that type of energy, and it's going to be confronted again. Okay, so you don't want to, this is not the energy for that, okay? This is a very karmic time too for you to, you know, step right into the karmic wheel again. Hold on, my daughter's car, I didn't think her blinker was working. So be real careful that you're not just tucking things under the rug, okay? Because of the energy, it's 1 minute you're gonna be at each other's throat, and the next minute you're gonna be in bed, all passionate, okay? Like that's not gonna cut it. It doesn't work that way. All right, hold on. This intersection sucks. Cheer's gonna start again soon, and I'm gonna have to do this one 3 days a week. So, confront what needs to be confronted. Don't just brush it under the rug. All right, it's like a freaking hamster wheel. It's a vicious cycle, okay? You gotta start getting yourself out of this shit, okay? And unless you choose to just sit in it, that's on you. Trying to think what else. I think that's kind of pretty much it that I wanted to bring to your attention. Yeah. So I will tell you, let me touch base on the read yesterday real quick. And I believe the underworld did come out. Yeah, I believe it did. Sorry guys, I forget sometimes. I'm almost positive it did. I was more focused on the Page of Cups because I don't ever read that deck. I've had that, let me put it this way, I've had that deck for a while, and I read very intuitive when it comes for me with certain stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is, for some reason, I'm kind of pulled to that deck for you guys. So I think I'm going to write like keywords on the back of the deck, because I did not expect that Page of Cups to represent somebody who is fighting, you know, stepping in emotions for so damn long that they grew a fucking trout. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit. So, but this is how bad somebody's fighting the scenario right now, you know, like super stubborn ass. Like, I'm not opening up. I don't want to tell you X, Y, Z. Like, this is what I'm talking about when I briefly touched base about the whole truth and nothing but the truth, but you're going to get partial truth, okay? That's what that is. Like, you're going to get, this person's going to be very emotional, okay? Which is all good, okay? Because they've been holding in for so damn long. And if this person is ill, will shortly get better, you know, through time. The recovery is going to take a little longer than expected. I do know that, because when I was channeling the other day, that energy is just, it's vicious energy, and they want to make a point, you know, that it's kind of like someone fighting transition after transition, and it's like that, you can't fight this no more, okay? So don't sacrifice yourself to this person. Don't think you need to make certain sacrifices. This person is going to need to make certain sacrifices. You're dealing with somebody who likes to turn things around on you, okay? A lot of people would call that a narc, okay? But I truly believe there's different stages of that. There's different levels, okay? So maybe a borderline narc, or coming out of it. Like, a lot of people will say narcs can't be healed, or that's bullshit, okay? Like, everybody goes through transitions of, you know, it's up to that person. And it's also up to you on how much bullshit you're going to take, how much bullshit you're willing to sacrifice, okay? And that's why I said you have to be really careful on what it is you think you have to sacrifice. Don't think for 1 second that you have to devalue yourself, or it's just going to be heavy energy where don't forget your values, okay? Because you've learned a lot, and this type of energy tends to roll back around and come in, and the next thing you know, they swept you off your feet again. But don't forget who this person is, okay? People change, yes. So don't hold on to that. If you're going to let bygones be bygones, do it the right way. There still has to be boundaries, though, guys. I'll start teaching certain stuff as we go. I think I might possibly do some classes. I really didn't want to be pulled in that direction, but I am. I think there's a reason for that before I start traveling. So I will, and not teaching tarot, okay? It's different type of classes for those who are dealing with certain situations, okay? Because those are important. Like, maybe little, like, once a week, a group class or something. I am going to, I don't want to do, what is that called, where you ask a question, that forum, I don't want to do that, okay, because then I don't want to be online for hours because somebody donates $5 for a question, and then I'm on there for a freaking hour, 2 hours answering 100 questions. I don't want to do it that way. I think I'm going to open up certain stuff and put a link up And I don't want questions like, will my true love come back? Like, nah, no. I don't want, it's not going to be like that, okay? Like, I want learning questions. I don't know, I'll figure that out. I didn't want to go that route, but I feel like some of you guys need it, okay? There's a few things, but that's pretty much it, okay? I want you to be prepared for the Sag energy because you're already in it, because it's already in Mercury, okay? So you might literally feel icky because you're dealing with the underground right now, but don't worry. On top of that, you got Scorp, but this is all about rebirth, resurrections, okay? Accepting things, making practical decisions. You don't have to make it difficult, you guys. The ones that are sitting in difficult energy, this type of stuff, you put yourself in this energy already, okay? You placed yourself here. It's time to get out of it. I'll slowly start talking about that. My raw loves this week, I think I'm going to use the Sacred Circle deck, so you can have a little bit of an eye-opening. I want to try to read it a little differently. I don't want to change my style of reading, but I do want to stop pulling more practical solutions for you guys to look at things in a different way, so it's not so complex. More practicality. I know I try to simplify things anyway, but I think I've been simplifying things a little too much, and some are not seeing the bigger picture. So instead of simplifying things, I think I'm going to practice. Sorry, I just got to where I need to be. Start breaking things down in a different way. Okay. So I just got to my destination. I'm running into Barnes and Nobles. Okay. I have to pick up a book. Hi, everybody. Hi. Gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble. Oh, my goodness. Jamie, you must have said that for a reason, because I was doing a read. Oh, it was the intimacy read. Okay. And I said gobble, gobble. Okay, some of you, it's going to come in right around Thanksgiving. I don't know if any of you picked up on that. So some of you are going to get all gobbled up around Thanksgiving, okay? So, I'm a little intimidated showing my face right now. I didn't want to show it yet. Ugh, I'm still having a little bit of a hard time. So I love you guys. I gotta go get my book. I got lots of stuff to do today, okay? I love you guys so much. I'll be back, okay? Again, you're very welcome. Start learning, start getting certain books. I ordered like 12 books. There's like 6 of them that are in. I go through them way too quick. I might start something too for you guys on my website when it's complete with certain books, okay? You guys can make trades, you know, switch off certain books, recommendations type things, okay? There's a lot of things I want to do, okay? So, not like a book class, but you know what I'm talking about. Somebody can be like, oh, you know, you can leave a comment and like, I'm dealing with this or dealing with this. And someone can be like, well, I just read this book. And you know what I'm saying? So, it's a good way to start too. I got so many ideas. It's nuts. I can't do them all. So, I got to get my books because I have a busy day. Okay. And, if you're frustrated, try to take the practical approach. Okay. If you're worried about center stage, don't be. Oh, my eyes look so dark. I have not been sleeping, guys. A day has not gone by that I haven't cried yet. It's hard. It's hard waking up in the morning and being like, Kai. It's tough, guys, okay? So I don't want to start. Again, I love you guys. I just got myself all worked up again. I'll talk to you guys later, okay? I love you guys. Bye. I'm good. Why am I crying? No, it just Kai passed. I don't know if you guys know. I don't even see. I'm not even want to get into it again, but I'm doing good, okay? I gotta go though. I love you guys so much, okay? Please rewatch this. Do what needs to be done before this energy kicks in. It's kind of like a little bit of a warning for you guys, okay? I'm telling you what the energy is going to be like, so start working with it, okay? I love you guys. I love you too. We'll talk soon. I'll be back. I still have to do weekend energy for you guys, okay? I gotta go get my books. I love you guys.